All right, guys, so we have the translations for EZA LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Evolution Blue Vegeta, Evoken as they call them over on Legends, stuff like that. All that fun stuff, we have the breakdown for what they're going to be doing. So this EZA, we kind of had a feeling was going to be the one that we got for the celebration, just based on the kind of promotional banner for like the colored stone packs that we could get for the anniversary and stuff like that. Like we've seen that with Pass Worldwide, and then usually the units in the foreground or in the forefront would be getting their EZA. So we have Physical Kaioken Blue Goku, and we also have their translations for the kit, courtesy of Koresh, and then we also have the calculations, courtesy of Halvard, I don't know how to say their name, but obviously their Twitters are going to be shown on the screen throughout the video, so don't want there to be any credit issues whatsoever. I didn't come up with any of this, I didn't, make any of it, it's all thanks to them. I just want to break down and give my thoughts. So, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Kaioken, and Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolved Vegeta. We call it Beyond Boundless Power, and we are now looking at 130 to All Out Struggle or 170 to All Out Struggle and Join Forces, as well as 3 key, so that's fine, but nothing too crazy. And if we want to start with the 12 key, we have the Destructo Disc and Galagun, really cool animation. We have a greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage, and lowers attack and defense. That's very good. And then with the 18 key, we have Kamehameha and Final Flash. It massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, and greatly lowers attack and defense. So when you think about an event that this unit is going to absolutely shred, it's the Kaioken Supreme Battle Spectacle stage, stage 3 of that, because he's Int. He could have his attack massively low or greatly lowered by these guys, and they're just going to be doing a ton of damage. So definitely better for sure, but let's go ahead and look at this passive. Clearly there is a lot more going on from, you can see when Goresh usually does this with the old stuff, we have the old passive, and then the bold is the new passive. So Warped Cooperation, we have Key +4, attack and defense plus 170% at the start of turn. Very nice. Randomly changes a type key sphere to Rainbow Key Spheres when there's another superheroes category ally on the team, so we want them on superheroes. Perfect. That's the team you're going to be running them on anyway. Plus an additional key, plus an additional attack and defense plus 7% per key sphere obtained. So with the Rainbow Orb changing, that's going to be very nice. We have chance of performing a critical hit and reduces damage received by 7% and Key +2. What is that? And launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. So if they get like 5 Rainbow Key Spheres, that's damage reduction by 30%, and then extra key and stuff like that. So Rainbow Orbs are going to be this guy's bread and butter, and for the Universe 17, this is going to work out very well. You can see a guy in the kind of the replies on the bottom that's going to help with that a decent bit, but Superheroes is obviously where you're going to be wanting to run this guy, but even with the Universe 7 team, they're all superheroes, right? Because, that's just kind of how that team works out. So kind of what I see here right away is, I also didn't finish this, I'm sorry. We gain an additional attack and defense plus 77% when key is 18 or more, and then we perform a critical hit when key is 24 and 1 time only, reduce damage received if HP is 50% or below. So obviously that is very helpful, but we'll have to wait and see how that's going to work out in game, stuff like that. So right away, I think this guy has a lot of potential, especially on the superhero team. Not going to be linked up with Orange Piccolo or anything like that, but maybe potentially as a floater because they're not going to be stacked or anything like that. But in like the slot 3 spot with Rainbow Orb changing and stuff like that, I could see an extreme amount of value coming from these guys. So I see a lot of potential with these guys. That's kind of the point, right? So now what I want to do is go to the calcs from Halvard. Like I said, let's let's move this over here. Okay, is that everything? My bad. What is going on here with this picture? So here we go. Without support. We have, in their best situation with 4 additional attacks, we have 1.3 million defense. We have, with some key spheres, 1.5 million with support. Wow, 1.79 million is going to be the max potential defense with these guys. I'd say 1.7 million is pretty good if we get 4, and it's like, you're really reaching the respectable level. Like when you get to the 3rd additional attack, I'd say 1 million defense with the damage reduction on the active skill turn is going to be extremely impressive. So I mean, this unit is just crazy, right? I'm kind of blown away from what I'm seeing. I mean, after the 18 key, we're already looking at minimum like 689,000 defense, which obviously isn't great, but for normals, that'll be more than enough because you're not going to be putting these guys in slot 1 anyway. And then when we have this right here, I just want to make sure that we have everything from this image. Links activated, and this is for the situation. We have Godly Power, Kamehameha, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Now, Tournament of Power, depending on the EZAs, we'll have to see if that's going to be a reliable link. And then we have stats gained from links. We have attack plus 42, defense plus 7%, key plus 3, 5% crit chance, and then attack plus 25% when performing a super attack. And that is linked up with AGL LR UI Goku. So I'd say that is pretty ideal. if we want to kind of like, I guess I'll quickly kind of pull this up. I want to look at some teams real quick, and then we can also just talk about some other things really quickly. Okay, so now we're over here. We have the superheroes team. I quickly just wanted to pull this up just so we could talk about it and like potentially how this team is going to be looking, the new look superhero team, if you will. We have obviously Orange Piccolo, Gogeta. You're going to still be probably run, obviously, like I said with Piccolo, you're going to have the physical Blue Boys, potentially the 5-year fusions. You have, I think it's a pretty safe bet at this point with the EZAs that we're getting, especially with, Evo Ken, whatever you guys want to call them, the Blue Boys. These two, I really feel like are a heavy favorite to get an EZA during Part 3. And these guys are going to be crazy when they do end up getting that. You have somebody like Vegeta and Trunks, you have STRUI, you even have this Carnival LR right here with Sword of Hope Trunks. I think that this team is going to look even better. I don't know how they, I mean, obviously it's like Superheroes is just going to be like the best team in the game for what feels like forever at this point. It's just everything that they're doing that's hype from the new stuff is just buffing this team. And it's like with old EZAs, right? You look at units that are in line for EZA, you look at this unit, you look at this unit. If we scroll down just a little bit, who else could potentially get an EZA? Honestly, they've done a pretty good job with TURs getting EZAs, right? You still have the Gammas right here. They obviously, they aren't getting an EZA, but they're still like decent, right? You have the Universe 7 unit right here with 17 and 18. You have this support unit Mine, stuff like that. There's just so many units on this team that are like new. And it's like, you could easily see like an update for some of these guys, right? Like potentially another UI Goku is in line in the future. Like some type of Universe 7, maybe like an exchange or a revival UI Goku unit. All still on the table. So if you really want to get real, we still have room for standalones of Vegeta and Gogeta Blue. Like it might not be soon, but down the line, absolutely. And then the other team that 100% I think is obviously going to get a huge buff from this as well is the Reps of U17, because you have AGL, UI, and in Evolution Blue Vegeta, likely EZAing. We have our in line for the 17 and the 17 and Golden Frieza EZAs at some point, and I just think that all in all, these teams are just going to start to look wicked, right? You have this guy right down here who's going to be better with reps around, so just a lot of potential. Like I guess one thing we'll do before we head out, because we're almost done here, I'll quickly pull this up. If we want to look at some of his linking partners that are going to be a big deal, you have the LR gods, who, if someone tells you they're not usable, they're lying. They're obviously not the best, but they're still usable. You have LR UI Goku, you have AGL UI Goku, Gogeta Blue, Evolution Blue Vegeta isn't terrible. Vegeta Blue, like 4 links, like so many of the better units in the game right now have this chance to potentially be like a good linking battery for them, and I think that all in all is going to make for a very impressive kind of what's it called, a situation for this unit. So that's all I got for you in this one. Let me know down below what you guys think of this extremely exciting EZA with the Blue Boys. I see in the replies people talking about how they're like the SSJ trio and stuff like that, so I'd say that's a very good ceiling for them. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy today's video. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.